The April 1, 2026 episode of General Hospital delivers a gripping continuation of the tension that has been building all week, pushing several key storylines closer to the edge while layering in new emotional stakes that make everything feel even more unpredictable. From the opening moments, there's a clear sense that Port Charles is on the verge of a major shift, one that could permanently alter relationships, alliances, and loyalties. We begin in the aftermath of yesterday's emotional fallout, where the consequences of unresolved conflicts.
I am really sorry about what's going on with Jason. And I'm sure that what's being reported in the media doesn't even come close to the full story.
What makes you say that?
I have personal experience that Jason does not leave a messy crime scene.
No, he doesn't.
No. But unfortunately, public perception is that Jason shot a WSB agent in the back. Sonny, I'm being advised as the mayor to publicly rebuke him and to distance myself.
What about me?
Rick?
Hey. Elizabeth, just the person I'm looking for.
Okay, before you ask, I can't skip out on my shift to have dinner with you.
Oh, as much as I'd love to have dinner with you, that's not the reason I'm here.
Oh.
Are there any updates about the WSB agent who was shot, Ross Cullum?
The only reason I can think of for why you would ask me that is because Jason's been accused of shooting him.
Director Cullum, Commissioner Falconeri, PCPD, we spoke on the phone. Hoping I could ask you some questions.
You want to know, Shop?
Well, we'll get to that, but first I was wondering why you issued that arrest warrant for Jason Morgan.
How's Rocco doing?
I'm not sure. His feelings, they seem to change by the minute.
Fair, given everything he's been through.
Rocco's always been this sensitive, thoughtful boy, and now he's living in a nightmare.
But I know that you're doing everything you can for him.
I know, and maybe that's the problem. My maternal instincts, they have kicked into overdrive. I don't want to smother him, but I want to protect him. I am terrified every time he leaves the house.
You're afraid that he's going to tell someone the truth.
Slice pie has your name written all over it. My treat.
Thanks, but I'm not super hungry right now.
Turn down free pie. You sick or something?
No. I've just been thinking about Danny. He may never get to see his dad again, and I feel really bad about it. Actually, I hate it.
I am so sorry for keeping you waiting.
No, it's not a problem. Just glad that you're here now.
Well, you said it was important, so what did you want to see me about?
We need to bring my grandma home.
I have every intention of finding who's responsible for what happened to my son. And you can be sure that Marco's killer will be brought to justice. You loved Marco. You miss him just as much as I do. And I was wondering, perhaps we could lean on each other. For Marco, I'd like to ask if you'd stay here at Windermere.
Thank God you're okay. Yeah, I'm fine. Don't want to hear it. Don't need to. Look, I know it hurts, but we are going to go somewhere and drown your sorrows until you realize that this is all for the best.
You think this is for the best?
Yeah. At least this time they shipped Jason off before he can make up some pathetic excuse to ditch you. Trust me, you're way better off without that guy.
Advising me to distance myself from you. That's because He says Sidwell believes that you are responsible for his son Marco's death. I mean, that's not true, right?
It wasn't me. I didn't have Marco killed.
I didn't think so, but I needed to hear you say it.
And I don't give Ezra credit for much, but he's right about one thing. It would be smart for you to up the ante against me to keep Sidwell off your back.
At what cost, though? Throwing Jason under the bus?
You'd understand.
I don't understand. Sonny, the guy got up in the middle of the night, got rid of a body in the trunk of my car. What kind of person would I be if I turned my back on him now?
The pragmatic kind.
Yeah, I can't go on record admonishing him when I don't believe that he would shoot Director Cullum. I don't think he would. I mean, not without a really good reason, right?
Jason's not a subject you and I should be discussing.
I know we have a long history here.
You hated him. And part of you went to extreme lengths to hurt him. And that part, I don't want it anywhere near me.
That's not what this is about.
So you wanting him phone Cullum has nothing to do with him.
Not in the way that you think.
Rick, I will never help you do anything to hurt Jason. He is Jake's father. And you were supposed to have turned the corner.
I have. Look, I get that I have made mistakes where Jason is concerned, but if you think that I am here to hurt him, you couldn't be more wrong.
When you notified me of that WSB warrant for Jason Morgan, the one you issued, there was no indication as to why you wanted to arrest him.
Because he's a criminal. Look around. I'm in the ICU because Mark shot me in the back.
Yeah, that may be, but you issued that warrant before he shot you. In fact, it may have precipitated your shooting. So again, I'm going to ask you, why did you want to bring him in?
I just need to know. I'm confused as to why you're questioning me, Commissioner. Jason Morgan was extradited by the WSB, and my shooting doesn't fall into your jurisdiction. So what case are you pursuing here? I know Rocco's still in shock, but he gets why he can't say anything to anyone, right?
He understands what's at stake, but it's still tough on him.
I'm sure. I had a split second to make a decision, and I decided that I was going to do whatever I could to protect Rocco. There wasn't time to consider alternatives, and now it's too late. We have to stick to the story.
What if the cops find something that tie Rocco to the crime scene?
They haven't yet, and I will do everything I can to make sure that they don't.
I know. I hope you know how grateful I am for everything that you have done for Rocco, but you are thinking like a cop, and I have to think like a mother. This is a terrible burden for Rocco to bear. He is clearly struggling.
And we will get him through this.
I hope you're right. I am not worried that he's just gonna confess to some random stranger on the street. But this is torturing him. He probably wants to speak with his friends, his siblings.
I just feel like I've had these huge wins, and Danny's had all these losses, and I don't know how to help him.
You're helping him just by showing up for him. Danny knows he can depend on you. That's all the help you can give right now.
I know that you want Anna close. So do I. But it's a lot more complicated than that.
But it's not. Okay, and I get that her doctor is nice, and she wants to make her feel safe. But she is not pushing her to get better. Okay, so we have to do more. We are Grandma's only shot.
Okay, I don't know what the hell that was about, but you get one, not two. You have no idea what happened. So tell me.
Everything that could have gone wrong went wrong.
Did Lucas manage to get your meds?
Yes. And then Cullum tracked me to the pier where I was waiting for Jason, and all hell broke loose.
What happened?
I wish I knew, Brad. Cullum pulled a gun. I fell and hit my head, and when I came to, he was face down with a bullet in his back, and Jason was telling me to say that he shot Cullum.
Wait, back up. Jason told you to tell the cops that he shot him?
Yes.
Okay, but you didn't actually see him shoot Cullum?
No, again, knocked out.
Now the question is, who's Jason protecting and why?
I
Windermere.
Yeah. Yes, yes.
This was always just a first step. To see if we could make it as a couple.
And you did. You were a beautiful couple. You made my son so happy.
And that's why we were looking forward to that next step. Finding a place of our own.
I'm so sorry that you didn't get that opportunity.
Me too. But now, after everything that's happened, I feel so lost. I just want to feel close to Marco.
This was his home. And this is where you were close.
If you really mean it, then yes. I would love to stay here at Windermere, where Marco and I were so happy.
Somebody wanted Marco dead and sent him a strong message. Sidwell didn't know who did it, so he's gonna, blame anybody he can. And I'm the easy target because he thinks I'm behind it. Sidwell's not thinking clearly, so that makes him dangerous, reckless. And you being close to me makes it a dangerous place to be. So what you need to do is you need to take Ezra's advice, play along, go to the press conference, and take your best swing at me.
I didn't think the Sidwell thing could spiral any further down. But here we are. What about you, though? Without Jason, are you more vulnerable than ever?
I can take care of myself. I'm going to do everything I can to bring Jason home.
And I would like to help with that, too. I've already told Lulu that I will contact Robert, ask him to reach out to his old friends at the Bureau. Maybe one of those guys will come through.
Appreciate that. Now there's something I need you to do for me that it's going to require your trust.
I trust you.
Well, it's not me, it's my brother.
Asking for information on Cullum for Sonny. He's trusting me to help get Jason out of this.
But you hate him.
I'll admit, look, there's no love lost between me and Jason, but he is important to Sonny and to you. So, he's important to me. Look, I'm going to tell you the same thing that I told my brother. Finding and freeing Jason is going to be next to impossible, but I'm going to do everything that I can to get him home safe. And that starts with Cullum. So, will you help me?
Well, the shooting in Port Charles is definitely the business of the PCPD. Doesn't change just because you guys swoop in and take the suspect away. Especially when your actions are based on a warrant for charges that you decline to share.
You and the PCPD should be thanking the Bureau Commissioner.
Thanking you for what? For kidnapping a citizen and denying him due process?
Jason Morgan ran roughshod over this city for years. The Bureau did you a favor by taking him off your hands. I suggest that you turn your attention and that of the PCPD to my attempted murder.
We see by all accounts, what happened that night appears pretty sketchy. Jason refused to answer our questions, and Britt Westbourne just keeps saying that Jason shot you. Is Dr. Westbourne's account of things from that night surprising you?
I know that the last thing that can happen is for Rocco to confide in Charlotte and Danny. I can just see how much he's hurting. I hope I'm equipped to help him deal with this.
You are. You're his mother. You know what he needs.
What if he needs a professional? Someone who has been trained to help him process all of this.
No, you cannot take him to a
therapist, okay? I know they're supposed to be bound by their oaths, but I wouldn't trust a stranger with Rocco's confession or his fate.
I agree. But in this case, I have a particular therapist in mind, one who I know would be discreet. What if I had Rocco talk to my mom's husband, Kevin?
Unfortunately, the French authorities have made it very clear that Anna can't leave the country. She still has outstanding charges for assaulting that police officer.
Couldn't we just hire a lawyer? Shouldn't the charges just be dismissed, considering she wasn't in her right mind?
No, this will all get straightened out later. But Emma, we selected this private clinic off a referral from Kevin Collins. Her doctors couldn't come with a higher recommendation. I know that you miss her, but right now, she's exactly where she needs to be.
I get that you're worried about Jason. I know Sonny and the Quartermains are too, but from what I've heard, Jason's made it back from impossible odds before. He's strong, super resourceful, more than capable of doing pretty much anything. So if anyone can survive the WSB, make it back home to his family, it's him.
Excuse me, maybe it's the whiplash, but now you want my help?
Yes. I'm really sorry. I shouldn't have slapped you. But Brad, it's like you said, Jason is obviously protecting someone. We have to figure out who so we can get the WSB to release him.
Since when am I in the business of rescuing Jason Morgan?
Since he bailed you out of jail for your dine and dash.
He didn't do that for me. He did that for you.
Exactly. He comes through for me, Brad. You always say that Jason will never put me first, that it will always be Carly or someone else, but he did put me first. Brad, Jason loves me. And it might have cost him everything.
What surprises me is that you're here interrogating me, victim. When Dr. Westbourne has already identified my would-be murderer.
Well, what can I say? I'm just trying to gather as much information as I possibly can. So if there's anything you do remember from that night, it would really help with the investigation.
I didn't see what happened. Again, I was shot in the back. What more do you need from me?
You know, context, clarity, maybe. You just help put this thing to rest.
Life is full of uncertainty, Commissioner. WSB doesn't owe you peace of mind or answers. It doesn't owe you anything.
You know I can't give you specific information on a patient. Oh, don't do that. Okay. What I can tell you is that any patient here that are WSB are going to recover.
Thank you.
I know how important it is for you to rebuild your relationship with your brother. I also know that it wouldn't be your first choice or your last to help Jason, but I appreciate you making the effort.
Well, helping Jason is about more than just Sonny. I know you care about him, and there was a time where that would make me extremely jealous.
But not now.
We've made a choice to start over. And that means that I'm not going to let the past affect our future. What was that for?
For continuing to surprise me.
Oh. Well then. Here's some more surprises.
Bringing home Jason is gonna take some creativity, and I thought that Rick could help me with that. Now he's gonna be my personal attorney, and Diane deals with my business interests.
So you're confiding in Rick?
I told him everything. But not, I didn't tell him anything when it comes to you.
Oh, thank you.
I just thought it's best that he knows everything about Sidwell. That way he's more equipped to help me take him down.
And you need me to trust Rick to help him to bring Sidwell down.
trusted Rick when it came to Rocco, right? And he came through. So I'm just asking you to trust him now.
No, bringing Kevin into this is opening Pandora's box. Okay, what if he tells your mother? That's one more person that has to keep this secret, and she's the mayor.
And if my mom and Kevin know, it's an even bigger betrayal if I don't tell Dante.
And he's the acting police commissioner. Lulu, face it. The more people that know the truth, the greater the risk to Rocco, and his well-being has to be our focus.
I just hate feeling so out of control. There has to be a way out of this mess. Cullum. We know he's dirty. He tried to kill Jason and Britt. If I dig into him, I bet you I can prove it.
No, it's a terrible idea.
Why?
Because we don't know what happened here.
Yes, we do. Rocco told us everything.
No, Rocco told us what he believes happened here. He also told us he didn't know what they were talking about. Okay, and with their rap sheets, who knows what Britt and Jason had going on with Cullum?
Are you saying that this is Jason and Britt's fault?
No. I'm saying that if we dig any further, we may uncover something that makes this worse for Rocco and not better. We need to leave this alone.
Maybe you're right. I can't risk any blowback from my son. I have to keep this quiet.
We will.
Grandma feels like she's keeping us safe.
In her mind, if she comes back to Port Charles, Faison may follow her here.
And if he did, that would put us all in danger. Even though none of it is true.
You want to make sense of all this, and I understand that. But this isn't a mystery that you can solve. She's sick. It's a mind that needs to heal.
I'm so sorry. I'll go grab some extra towels.
No, don't worry about it. It's all good. Your bandage is soaked. We should get you a fresh one.
No, it's okay. I'll try and dry it off and change it at home. I'm sorry.
Brett, you know Jason's not the bad guy here. Cullum is.
Are you still in danger from Cullum now?
Yes. The man's gonna live. Not only did he survive the shooting, thanks to Lucas's expert surgical skills, I missed my one chance to kill him.
You're gonna kill someone?
These are extenuating circumstances. But have no fear, Cullum's alive, conscious, and able to do what he wants, you know. I have an idea, okay?
Where are we going?
Just walk.
Next time you try to kill someone, call me.
Why, so you can talk me off the ledge?
No. So I can help you get rid of the body.
Well, thank you for your time, Director Cullum. I guess I'm just going to see if I can find another agent at the Bureau who's a little more forthcoming.
More forthcoming. To a one-time recruit who got himself kidnapped, washed out, and institutionalized.
That's good. That's good. You're familiar with my file. That's good. You know, there's one part that isn't in there that you should probably know about. Out of hundreds of WSB agents and operatives, not one of them is as resilient as I am. I guess I just don't know when to quit, you know? Oh, one last thing, Director Cullum. We somehow managed to intercept Morgan and Dr. Westbourne on the pier that night. How did you know they were going to be there?
A good agent knows when to play their hunches.
So it's a good cop.
Hey, Rick. Oh, Sonny. Eric Collins. It's good to see you.
Hello. Sonny has told me that you are now representing him.
That's correct.
He's also told me that he has confided a rather sensitive issue concerning him and Mr. Jen Sidwell.
It's my understanding that Sidwell has leverage against Sonny, implicating him in a murder one he did not commit.
Sidwell has manufactured evidence that he's holding over Sonny's head, but Sonny is not the only person who's been leveraged. There is someone else. That someone else is me.
I understand you'll be staying here. My apologies. I was under the mistaken impression you would be leaving. I'll make sure your room is cleaned. May I clear this?
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Really? Because it seems like you're drunk.
I am! You insolent fool! I am grieving! And it's because of you! Has photographic proof of me and Laura looking at Dalton's body in the trunk of her car.
Okay. Photos can be altered and manipulated. Is there anyone else who can place either of you with the body, an independent witness?
There is. Detective Nathan West. Yeah. He arrived on the scene. He saw that I had a flat tire. He offered to change it. He was actually about to open the trunk of the car when Sonny pulled up. Thank God. But I suspect that Detective West is going to remember that.
My concern is Sidwell's son is dead, and he's going to try to blame anybody he can. I don't know what that means as far as retaliation, but I want Laura protected. Right or wrong, if Sidwell's going to go after anybody, it's going to be me, not anybody I care about. You should never have been with Marco in the first place.
I am sorry for your loss, Pascal. Marco was a wonderful man, and I know you cared about him very much.
I did.
We both loved him, and his loss is unbearable.
Loved him? You didn't love him, you used him.
We need to figure out everything that happened before I got knocked out. Maybe Cullum said or did something that I'm forgetting.
So, you thinking that Cullum knows who Jason's protecting?
I don't know. But if we can figure out who it is, maybe that person can move the needle with the WSB and we can get Jason released.
Right. There are long shots and then there are long shots.
It's better than nothing. I owe it to Jason to try. We have to figure out what actually happened that night.
Gio, hi.
Hey, Lulu. Rocco, he just went to the restroom. He spilled a drink on his bandage and wanted to clean it up. Could I get you something?
Sure. I would love a cup of coffee. Decaf, please.
You got it.
Is everything okay? How's your hand?
I'm fine, Mom. Everything's fine. I promise you I wouldn't tell anyone that I didn't.
Dante!
Hey.
Do you have a second?
Yeah, totally. What's up?
I wanted to ask how you're doing.
I'm fine. It's more embarrassing than anything else, really.
I'm not asking about your face. I'm asking about you. I know things got a little physical with you and Jason, and now he's gone, and I'm sure that's got to be a lot to process.
It just basically trying to make sense of it all, you know? I mean, Jason and I weren't exactly friends, but we pretty much raised our kids together, and there was, I thought there was, a mutual respect.
Yeah, something just seems off. And for Jason to hit you and then shoot a WSB agent, I don't know, it doesn't sound like him.
No, it doesn't. And you're right. Something is off. And now the victim is stonewalling me.
Oh, Dr. Cullum isn't giving you the answers you want?
No, he's not giving me anything at all. Which just means he's got something to hide.
You're late, Detective. Your boss was just here questioning me. I'm gonna tell you what I told him. I'm not here for
doing too?
My grandma. Because that's all I'm allowed to do for her. Yeah, I'm actually doing nothing, and I hate it.
A letter's not nothing, Emma. I have every birthday card my mother ever gave me, and every letter that she wrote to me while I was away at camp. They mean everything to me. I'm just thankful I was smart enough to keep them.
Yeah, I'm sure. And I'm also pretty sure that the clinic reads all my letters before they give them to her, so...
Forget about that. You don't need a writing code. Your grandmother probably just gets comfort knowing that you're okay, hearing about your life.
You know, I wrote to her that you're the one getting me through all of this. Thank you.
So, what about you? Have you talked to Jake?
Yeah, that was a tough phone call. Mostly because there's not a whole lot I can tell him. I don't know where his dad is or when he's gonna see him again.
Right.
So what are you gonna do now?
We're gonna have forensics go over all the evidence. We've swept the crime scene, got the gun under lock and keys so the WSB can't get to it. I think we have everything we need to figure out what happened that night without Cullum's help.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Oh, I wanted to ask you one more thing.
Yeah.
How's Rocco? We should get you home and get that bandage changed.
I'm fine, Mom. I can't stay hidden away forever.
I know. I'm just trying to keep you safe.
Rocco, yeah, he's great as far as I know. Why did something happen?
Well, Lulu brought him in the other day because he cut his hand in the kitchen.
Oh.
I took care of him, but I just want him to be careful so it doesn't get infected.
Mom, I'm just checking to make sure you don't have a fever.
I don't. I just feel bad for everything that's happened.
I know, it's a lot. Hey, we're in this together. You're gonna be okay.
What are we even looking for? The cops already searched this place. What are we gonna find that they missed?
I don't know, Brad.
Okay.
Maybe we're going about this the wrong way. Jason said I had to say he shot Cullum. So who's important enough for him to protect?
Carly, obviously.
Yeah, but she wouldn't stay quiet about it. She's physically incapable. Sonny's an option, but would Sonny really let Jason throw his life away?
Who knows? Okay, is there even honor amongst gangsters?
I mean, there's Danny. Jason would do anything for Danny.
Maybe. But, Britt, you gotta ask yourself, are you digging into this? Aren't you doing the exact opposite of what Jason would want? You love him, right? He chose to do this. It's what he wanted. If you really love him, maybe you need to accept his choice.
You don't think I saw you eavesdropping and lurking and sneaking around the wine cellar?
I think you're projecting.
You who are never good enough for him, you never loved him. I don't know what you are after, but you have never been trustworthy because you are a snake and you never loved him. And I don't know what he saw in you. He was blinded by his love for you, but you're the one who should be dead, not him.
Publicly distancing yourself from Sonny right now would be a wise choice.
So you think I should go forward with that press conference?
Absolutely. Look, Sonny and Jason are closely associated. Offering the city's full support into the investigations in the shooting of Director Cullum as well as the murder of Marco Rios would send a clear message. You don't support Jason, and by default, Sonny.
But will that be enough for Sidwell?
Might cool the temperature, at least for now. And that'll buy us some time.
Sidwell is going to be looking for payback, but he's smart enough to know that if he goes against somebody that is the wrong person, it's not good for him. Once he figures out that I'm not responsible for his son's death, he'll go after the person who is.
You being a cop is very convenient.
He could act as a go-between for me and Sidwell without raising suspicion.
Sidwell's not doing very well right now. Not thinking clearly after finding his son stabbed to death in his law office. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
No. As you can see, I've been a little busy.
Well, Sidwell still needs to find who's responsible. He'd like you to use your WSB resources.
He doesn't need the WSB. Corinthos is behind it. Has to be.
What about you?
What about me?
WSB has Jason Morgan in custody. He the one that shot you?
No. I was looking right at him. Someone else pulled the trigger.
On the next General Hospital.
You don't need to worry. I know what I'm doing.
Careful what you wish for. You may just get it.
That right there is the problem.
Aren't you glad you took my advice?
I don't believe for a second that you're sorry.
We have to do this now, otherwise it could be an open warfare.
Are already starting to surface. The episode wastes no time re-establishing the emotional weight carried over from the previous day, placing viewers right back into the center of the storm. Characters are not just reacting, they're recalculating, reassessing, and in some cases, preparing for confrontation. Carly once again takes center stage, and her arc in this episode feels even more fragile than before. There's a noticeable tension in every scene she appears in, as though she's constantly bracing herself for something she knows is coming but cannot fully control. Her interactions are layered with subtle emotional cues, hesitation, guarded responses, and moments of visible internal conflict. It's clear that she is trying to stay one step ahead, but the cracks in her strategy are becoming harder to ignore. What makes Carly's storyline so compelling here is the balance between strength and vulnerability. She refuses to appear weak, especially in front of those who might use it against her, but the audience can see what others cannot, that she's running out of options. Every decision she makes in this episode feels calculated, yet risky, as though she is gambling on outcomes that are far from guaranteed. Meanwhile, Sonny's presence in this episode becomes increasingly intense. There's a shift in his energy compared to previous episodes. He's more observant, more suspicious, and far less willing to accept things at face value. His instincts are clearly telling him that something isn't right, and that underlying tension adds a powerful layer of suspense to his scenes. What stands out most about Sonny in this episode is his restraint. Instead of acting impulsively, he watches, listens, and waits. This controlled approach actually makes him more dangerous, because it suggests that when he finally does act, it will be decisive and potentially explosive. His scenes are filled with unspoken questions, and the silence between lines often carries more weight than the dialogue itself. Nina's storyline continues to evolve in a way that keeps viewers guessing. In this episode, her actions feel more deliberate, as though she has reached a point where hesitation is no longer an option. There's a sense of urgency driving her decisions, and that urgency creates tension in every interaction she has. What makes Nina particularly fascinating here is the emotional complexity of her choices. She's not acting without reason, there's logic behind what she does, but that doesn't necessarily make her actions right. This moral ambiguity is what keeps the audience engaged, constantly questioning where they stand on her character. One of the most powerful elements of this episode is the way it builds toward confrontation without immediately delivering it. There are multiple moments where it feels like an explosion is about to happen, only for the scene to pull back at the last second. This technique keeps the tension high throughout the episode, making viewers feel like they're constantly on edge. And when the confrontations do happen, they don't disappoint. There's a particularly intense exchange that serves as a turning point for one of the central relationships. The dialogue is sharp, emotional, and filled with underlying resentment that has clearly been building for a long time. It's not just about what's being said, it's about what's finally being acknowledged. These moments are what General Hospital does best. The emotional payoff feels earned, and the performances bring a level of authenticity that makes the drama resonate on a deeper level. At the same time, the episode doesn't lose sight of its secondary storylines. The younger characters continue to navigate their own challenges, and while their scenes may seem less intense on the surface, they play a crucial role in shaping the overall narrative. These storylines often act as a reflection of the larger themes: trust, betrayal, love, and the consequences of difficult choices. relationships are being tested across the board. Some are showing signs of strength, while others are clearly beginning to fracture. The uncertainty surrounding these dynamics adds another layer of intrigue, as viewers are left wondering which connections will survive and which will fall apart. The pacing of the episode is carefully structured to maintain engagement without overwhelming the audience. Slower, character-driven moments are given enough space to breathe, allowing the emotional depth of the scenes to fully develop. At the same time, these moments are balanced with more intense sequences that push the story forward. Visually, the episode continues to maintain a high level of production quality. The use of lighting and camera angles enhances the emotional tone of each scene, creating a sense of intimacy during personal moments and tension during confrontations. The attention to detail in these elements contributes to the overall impact of the episode. Another standout aspect is the use of nonverbal communication. There are several scenes where characters say very little, yet convey a great deal through their expressions and body language. These moments add nuance to the storytelling, allowing viewers to interpret the subtext in their own way. As the episode moves toward its final act, the sense of anticipation becomes almost overwhelming. The narrative threads that have been developing begin to converge, hinting at major developments just beyond the horizon. It's clear that the show is building towards something significant, and this episode serves as a crucial stepping stone in that process. The closing moments are particularly effective. Rather than providing resolution, they leave viewers with a sense of uncertainty and anticipation. Questions remain unanswered, tensions remain unresolved, and emotional stakes feel higher than ever. It's the kind of ending that keeps audiences coming back because you need to know what happens next. Overall, the April 1, 2026 episode of General Hospital is a strong continuation of the current story arcs, offering a compelling mix of emotional depth, character development, and suspenseful storytelling. It doesn't rely on shock value alone. Instead, it builds tension through carefully crafted scenes and meaningful interactions. For longtime viewers, this episode reinforces why the show continues to endure. The characters feel real, the conflicts feel meaningful, and the drama feels earned. And for anyone following these storylines closely, one thing is becoming increasingly clear. The calm we're seeing now is only temporary, because in Port Charles, when tensions build this high, an explosion is not a possibility, it's inevitable. And when it happens, it's going to change everything. Now it's your turn, because this episode gave us so many moments to talk about, and honestly, I feel like the fan reactions are going to be all over the place. Let's start with the biggest topic right now. Carly. Do you think she's still one step ahead of everyone, or is she finally losing control? Because if you really pay attention to her behavior in this episode, there's a shift. She's still trying to stay strong, still trying to manage everything around her, but it feels like the pressure is starting to crack that confidence. So, I want to hear from you. Are you still fully supporting Carly right now, or are you starting to question her decisions? Drop a comment and let's debate this, because this storyline could go in so many different directions. Now let's talk about Sonny, because his energy in this episode felt very different. He wasn't loud, he wasn't explosive, he was quiet, observant, calculating, and honestly, that might be even more dangerous. So here's the big question. Do you think Sonny already knows more than he's letting on, or is he about to be completely blindsided? Because if he finds out the truth, and we all know that moment is coming, it's not going to be small. It's going to be a turning point. Now let's move over to Nina, because this is where things get really interesting. Her actions in this episode are definitely going to divide the audience. Some viewers are going to say she's justified, others are going to say she's going too far. So, where do you stand? Are you defending Nina right now, or do you think she's making a mistake that she won't be able to fix? Be honest, because this is one of those storylines where there really is no middle ground. You're either on her side, or you're not. And that's what makes this show so addictive. Now let's talk about that tension-filled scene. You know exactly which one I mean. The one where everything felt like it was about to explode but didn't fully happen yet. Those are the moments that keep us hooked, right? So here's something I want to ask. Do you like this slow build of tension? Or do you wish the show would just go all in and give us the big confrontation right away? Because some fans love the suspense while others are like, just tell us the truth already. Let me know which side you're on. Now let's shift to relationships, because this episode gave us a lot of subtle hints about where things are heading. Some couples seem stronger than ever, but others, not so much. So, here's a fun question for you. Which relationship do you think is going to survive everything that's coming, and which one is definitely heading toward a breakup? Drop your predictions below, because I have a feeling some major shakeups are on the way. And speaking of predictions, let's go a little deeper. Based on everything we saw in this episode, what do you think is going to happen next? Do you think a major secret is about to be exposed? Someone is going to betray another character? Or we're about to get a completely unexpected twist? I want to read your theories, because sometimes you guys predict things even better than the show itself. Now, here's another question I always love asking. What was your favorite moment of this episode? Was it a specific scene, a line of dialogue, or maybe just a look between two characters that said everything without words? And on the flip side, was there anything you didn't like? Be honest, because not every episode is perfect, and your opinions matter. Now let's rate this episode together. On a scale from 1 to 10, how would you rate the April 1st episode of General Hospital? Was it a solid 8, a 9, or did it hit a full 10 for you? Or maybe you think it could have been better? Drop your rating in the comments, and let's see what the overall fan score looks like. And if you've made it this far in the video, I just want to say thank you for watching and being part of this discussion. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed this breakdown. It really helps the channel grow and tells me you want more General Hospital content like this. Also, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next recap, because things are building fast and the next episode could take everything to the next level. And before we wrap up, I want to leave you with one final question. If you were in one of these characters' positions, Carly, Sonny, or Nina, what would you do differently? Would you make the same choices or take a completely different path? Think about it, because that's what makes this show so powerful. It puts us in these impossible situations and asks, what would you do? Alright, now it's your turn. Scroll down, share your thoughts, your theories, your reactions, and let's get a real discussion going. Because watching General Hospital is one thing, but talking about it together, that's where the real fun begins.